The Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 teaser trailer ends with the cutest image you could possibly ask for. Baby Groot on the shoulder of Rocket Raccoon. What's up, everybody? My name is Josh Rio. Gonna go through, show you all the cool things we found in the Guardians 2 teaser trailer. It's funny how Rocket jumped on Groot's shoulder for that prison breakout scene in the first movie, and now Groot is on his shoulder. And you'll see that Baby Groot is wearing a red Ravager jumpsuit. And in the footage that director James Gunn showed at Comic-Con, we see that the Ravagers taunt Groot by putting him in that little Ravager suit, and he doesn't like it. And then later he actually ends up killing a Ravager. So, not so cute now, is he? There's something really cool on the side here. There's sort of this red streak flying by. That is actually Yondu's red needle dart of death that he used at the end of the movie. I'm going to show you this other scene here. And this is a slow motion scene of all these Ravagers who look like they've just been killed by Yondu. And again, if you see on the right here, there it is right there. There's a red streak. That's again the he used his mohawk in the first movie to control it. Well, he's got a fin now, which is comics accurate looking fin that Baby Groot uses to break him out. The Ravagers have him in prison. He gets the fin, and it lets him use his needle, his death needle, with more power than ever before to take out all these guys. And speaking of father figures, I want to go to what I believe is a very special place. Now, we're getting to spoiler territory here. If you don't want to know anything about who Peter Quill's father is, get out now. But it has been said that Peter Quill's father is Ego the Living Planet, played by Kurt Russell, which is ridiculous. But let's go with it. So this planet, we think this forested planet is Ego the Living Planet, and that Ego can make himself a body that he can become a human and walk around and operate, even though he's actually this giant planet. Yeah, that's weird, but again, it's comics, it's sci-fi, and the Milano, as you can see in the background, has crashed. And speaking of the Milano, I want to go and look here. It looks as though it got a new paint job. Originally in the first movie, it was blue with orange or sort of yellowish stripes, and now it's turquoise with blue stripes. And it's hard to see who's driving, but it looks like somebody blue, probably Yondu or Nebula. Not really sure how that happened, but the way things go with Guardians, lots of betrayals and thefts. I wouldn't be surprised if someone else ends up driving the Milano. Or maybe Peter's off doing something else and they have it. So the next thing I want to show you guys is Gamora here, sort of using her sword and jumping around these tentacles. And we saw some concept art of this giant monster out in space. All the Guardians were flying out with jetpacks fighting it. That's what she's doing here. And with this thing is called the Obelisk, and the Guardians are hired by these aliens with perfect genetics led by a character named Aisha, and she winds up becoming the villain. But we know the movie starts with this mission that they go on to destroy this giant tentacle monster. And Star-Lord, if we scrub over to where he is, he puts on the signature mask, and he's got a jetpack too. As you can see from the setting, he's in the same place that she was. So if the concept art remains true and we get that, we're going to see all the Guardians flying around with jetpacks fighting this giant alien monster, which sounds super cool. Just a couple other things I want to go before we're done here. There's this giant blue explosion. There's some forest on some foliage. So I think this is on Ego the Living Planet. I'm not sure what's happening to these poor Ravagers, but they're clearly getting the hell blown out of them. I don't know if this is Ego sort of sensing he's on the planet and he expunges some energy to get rid of them, or someone threw a plasma grenade. I don't know, but yeah, that looks bad for them. The next thing I want to show you is Nebula, who looks to be in dire straits. From the gloves and sort of this red outfit I see on the right, I'm thinking these are Ravagers that have her. I guess the Ravagers have everybody in prison at the start of this movie. I don't know. It could be someone else. But she will join the Guardians in this movie, as we've been told and as we've seen in the new teaser poster that came out today along with the trailer. And the last thing I want to show you is Peter Quill standing at the end of this tunnel. And this looks really cool. I don't know if he's out in space because he does have his mask on, but he could be inside Ego the Living Planet, which I think is really cool and disgusting and totally something that Guardians of the Galaxy would do because they always go for the funniest thing. So I see some structure as sort of this weird phenomena at the end. So I think maybe this might be the innards of the planet. And I could totally see him needing to go down there for some weird reason. Peter Quill going inside his father. That's weird, but I really hope that's cool and that's true and that really happens. So for more on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Keep it here on IGN.